Welcome back to Emily's Paper Caper, where you'll find inspiration to scrap your stash and get some pages done. Today I'm sharing my completed 2019 December daily album. Down below I'll link to a playlist of my other December daily albums, as well as the initial video showing this album before I filled it. This is the third year I'm completing December daily, and it's great tradition. I used a Simple Stories 3-ring binder. It's about 8 by 8, and I've just dug into my stash to complete this album. This year we made gnomes, and some of them were given away, and I didn't want to forget what they all look like, so I've added pictures of all the gnomes so that I will have a record of what all of them look like. They were really cute and fun to make. I'll leave a link down in the description showing you the YouTube video where I got this idea, and if you want to make some, you can follow the instructions in that video. Here's another little story about the gnomes and another picture. Don't worry, this whole album is not gnomes, but I really felt like I was making little friends when I made these gnomes. They each had their own personality, and so I really wanted to capture each one of them. At work, we always have a beautiful Christmas tree. It's about 3 stories tall in our atrium, and I had a coworker snap this photo of me. On the 4th, we went to a basketball game at Illinois State University. This is a selfie I took of myself at my desk at work, and this Advent calendar, or countdown to Christmas calendar, my sister and I made these over the holiday weekend, Thanksgiving holiday weekend. And there were a lot of extra felt pieces, and you will see those throughout this book. I wanted to use those extra pieces, and I thought they made great embellishments. On the 7th, we put up our tree. Here are some snapshots of us decorating the tree. And here's one of those felt embellishments from the countdown calendar I just pointed out, and there's another one. I used my stash of stickers. This was a tag on an item we bought for Christmas, and I thought, let's get lit goes perfectly with decorating the tree. Audrey even made some gnomes, and I recorded that. Here's just a picture of our decorated tree, and I used my stash of border punches and washi tape. Here's another one of those felt embellishments. We had a lot of fun at work this year. We had a meeting where we had a contest in addition to the meeting. We did holiday apparel, and so my team got me this hat, and I just thought it was great. We also have a sign at work, and we like to change it out and say funny, festive things. On the 14th, I finished my 2020 scrapbooking calendar. Here are a few more of those felt embellishments I was talking about. I did a lot of my Christmas wrapping on the 15th. And so I made some tags. There's even a video about making those tags. I will link to that down below. A friend of mine got me this really cool die cut, and so I thought it went perfectly on the page about gift wrapping. On the 16th, we took the train up to Chicago for meetings. After the meeting, we went to the Starbucks Reserve on Michigan Avenue. So there's a couple of, this is, that says Starbucks Reserve, but it came off of the shopping bag. And then I bought my husband some whiskey barrel-aged coffee, And that's from that packaging. On the way back on the train, we took a team selfie in front of the tree at Union Station in Chicago, and then took a selfie of just me. Here is that advent calendar. I took a close-up of it at work. We're getting down to close to Christmas. This page is just journaling. It has some more of those felt embellishments that came from that advent calendar. I really loved adding these to these pages. I thought that they were just really interesting and perfect for a December daily album. We took some pictures. Our teams took pictures in front of the tree at work. Audrey and I painted this light up gingerbread house, and that was a gift from Audrey to my mom for Christmas. And this documents on the 21st that Logan and Kelly came home, and they were here for a few days. We celebrated Christmas early with them. And here's a picture of our table, and then I've added little tags here and there from Christmas wrapping. I really love tags, and I think it's a fun way to document December. Speaking of tags, here's a couple more, and a picture of my girls. We had a visitor at our house, this little puppy, and we didn't know it at the time. He and his mother wandered up, and we were concerned that this baby puppy should not be out on its own, and luckily we found that its home was nearby, and we got him returned. His name was Sebastian. Just a fun picture of Audrey. The girls get a roll of cash as one of their Christmas presents, and it's mostly ones and fives, but they get a big kick out of unrolling the cash. On Christmas Day, Audrey was working at the movie theater. She was ticket taker that day, and we all went to see her at work, and we saw Knives Out, and it was a good way to get out of the house on Christmas. Since she was working, we enjoyed getting to see her in action. Here's one of our ticket stubs. Then on the 26th, we were a little late baking our Christmas cookies this year, but it was fun nonetheless. We always like to ice them and eat them. That was great fun. There's another gnome. On the 26th, I just documented that it was so warm. It was 60 degrees here. Usually it's freezing this time of year, and it was so warm Jeff was able to go golfing with some friends. This documents that I worked on the 27th, and then on Saturday the 28th, I had a scrapbooking lunch and gift exchange with my friends. I've put in several of the cards that they gave me. In addition to scrapbooking, many of my friends also make cards, and I thought they were just so cute that I decided to include them in this album. And here is a selfie of the group of us that met for lunch. Afterwards, we went to Tuesday morning and did a little retail therapy. There's a couple more gnomes. I think this one is my favorite. It's hard to pick a favorite gnome, but I think this is my favorite. He has the tallest hat, and I just think he's a real character. Here's some documentation that on the 29th, I did a YouTube video to recap my 2019 scrapbooking resolutions. And then on the 30th, I set up my 2020 goals. And then on the 31st, we had a very busy day. I posted a video about my 2020 scrapbooking goals. We did a number of things, including go to see Star Wars at the movies. We went to the Festival of Lights. We went to dinner, and we also toasted in the new year with a champagne toast at home. Now, this string of lights I made using punches, and then I added some glossy accents. Here is a look at the punch that I used to do that. I used a little egg punch to create this string of lights. I just love using my scraps in this way, and you can transform a punch into other things. It's great fun. I just used scraps, and I think that string of lights turn out cute. This is another holiday egg card I got from a friend. And here's the last page of the album. Happy New Year! I look forward to doing a December daily again next year. It will be the 4th year that I do that, and looking back on these albums is a lot of fun. And I hope if you haven't tried it yet, maybe you'll consider trying it next year. It is a great way to use your stash of Christmas papers and embellishments. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon, and you won't miss any of the ideas I share. Until next time, keep on scrapping, everybody. Thanks for watching.